Aussie Mark here. Today we're looking at the Case Mini Blackhorn. Case is a very well-known company out of the United States who make a fantastically wide variety of traditional folding knives, and they've been in business for quite a long time. And this is one of the smaller models and probably one of the, I guess, more modern styled knives in their range. This is a very compact knife. I see its use mainly as a small EDC. Perhaps you could use it as a keyring knife. It's got a little lanyard hole at the back which you could put a keyring through. The lanyard hole itself won't take 550 paracord. It probably, well, not probably, it should take it if you got the paracord, but normal 550 cord it won't go through. But I think it'd be quite a good little keyring knife if you're looking for something like that. The model we've got here has got the black Zytel handle, and that's the model you'll most often see. There's a couple of other versions around. There's an American Boy Scout version and a couple other things around that kind of got camouflage looking scars on them. They're a little bit dearer than this model, but everything else is the same. As you can see there, it's a lockback design, and it's running a drop point hollow ground blade. I'll just bring it up to camera, have a bit of a closer look at it. I really like the idea that for a little knife of this size it's running a locking mechanism rather than just a slip joint. I think that just gives you that added security and use that it's not going to close up on you. And blade length on this one, from the end of the handle there, comes in at around 2 1/4 or 56mm. The actual cutting edge itself is down around about 2 inch. Whilst you're in the specs side, you might as well have a look there. The overall length of the thing opened up is around 5 5/16 inch, 135mm, and your close length, I won't bother closing it, it's 3 1/8 inch or about 80mm closed up, as you can see there. So that's the dimensions out of the way. Very slim profile little knife. As you can see there, no clip, it just is the sort of knife that just rides down in the base of your pocket. Markings on it, on one side of the, well, you can see you've got the Case logo embossed there, and you can also see that rather nice texture in there on the handle. Nice rounded edges, and it's quite an ergonomic handle in use. It's, you can just get your free fingers on it as you would on a knife this size, and it's quite a comfortable little knife to use. The other markings you'd see on these, I'll just bring that up to focus, hopefully the light's enough. The Case XX logo on there, made in the USA, and I think you've got there a model number, and SS tells you that it's stainless steel. Now I'm not sure exactly what type of stainless steel Case using the knives. I believe it's some kind of a surgical grade stainless. I am led to believe it's a very good stainless, and I don't expect to have any problems with that. This knife weighs in at a measly 0.7 of an ounce, or 19 grams, so it's the sort of thing that when it's in your pocket you forget it's there until you actually need it. Deployment on it is basically, it's a traditional style folder, so you've got the nail nick there in one side, but if you're not into nail nicks or you don't have the nails to use them, there's plenty of blade on display, so you can just pinch that between your fingers and open it up like so. And of course it's not really meant to be a two-hand opening knife. If you are desperate to be tactical with your Case Mini Blackhorn, you could pinch the blade like so and flick it out and then spin it around, hopefully without cutting your finger, like I did when I was messing with it just before. Look at that, shedding blood for a knife test. It's commitment. Sorry about that, Gav. I know you keep telling me not to cut myself. So anyway, what else? Lockup. I should talk about lockup. It's good. It's not adjustable. You can see there the pivot points are just pinned, but there's no real detectable movement at this point. I've carried this now for 3 to 4 weeks, just every day for work. So it's had a little bit of light use, nothing terribly dramatic. I haven't been out battening with it or anything like that, but it's done really well. It's been nice and sharp. I gave it a quick strop before the video. We'll just see how it's cutting. We'll do a quick cut on some paper there. Paper is my nemesis, but as you can see, that's slicing through there really nicely. Bit of paracord. We've got some 550 here. If you needed to get through some of that, bang, straight through it, no problem. We won't bother doing a cutting board test on it, but yeah, you can get yourself through some paracord. So even though it's a small knife and it's lightweight and everything, it does give you that utility to get through some of those tasks. I think the overall quality on it is good. I've got no complaints of it, and the value I think is really quite outstanding. You can pick these things up certainly online around the traps for around about $13 US. I think for its purpose use, which I mainly see as a small EDC, possibly a larger keychain type knife, if you're in a situation where you need a knife that's not going to scare people around work or in your environment when you use it for a utility task, I think this would fit your bill. Just to give a quick size comparison of some other sort of more common knives, we'll just size it up against a K-Bar Dozier Mini Folding Hunter, and this is the small version. So I'll just pop that in there. As you can see, that the case is a little bit smaller than that again. And a very well known blade here, the Spyderco Delica 4 FFG, which looks quite gigantic compared to the little case. It suddenly looks like a very large knife. So as you can see, very small knife, the case. So I'll just pull those back out of the way. So that's my review of the little case. I should give a quick shout out and say that this knife, I didn't actually have to pay for this one. I won this on YouTube from the Mediocre Pirate, so a quick shout out to the Mediocre Pirate. Thanks for the contest. The knife's been working really well for me as a work knife, as something just discreet to have in my pocket. I've been very impressed with it, and I'll probably end up adding a few more case knives to my collection at some point. Right guys, thanks very much for watching. Well, have a good day. Bye for now.